Well, hello there, folks. You're listening to the Jesus Heart Radio. The time is 11:49. It is Black Friday 2016, and you're listening to a new show on the Jesus Heart Radio that I will do when I am in control of having some certain types of food around. If I can have certain types of food around, then I will do this. So if I don't do this here every day or every evening or whenever, then what'll happen is I'll do it when I can. Like, we understand that produce is not so good, and you're thinking, well, what's this show about? It's a cooking show that I'm going to do. It's one that your pastor, your radio CEO, and DJ of the Jesus Heart Radio and the Christian Hearts Christian Fellowship Online Ministry will do. I will do a show where it's a cooking show, where when I get across certain fruits and vegetables, then I will take advantage of them and do recipes. And while I do these recipes, I will tell you about them. So it's Cooking with Isaac David Brigmond. And today on episode 1 for the Jesus Heart Radio is I'm going to do a lunch that you could do any time of the year, but it just happened to be that I did it on Black Friday this year, which is considered Patty's Lunch. Now you say, why is it called Patty's Lunch? Because everything you eat in this meal will be in patty form unless you have side items. If you have side items, then it's Patty's Lunch with side items. When I say Patty's Lunch, I mean, like, you know how you can take vegetables and cook them into fried patties. You can take meat and cook them into fried patties. So in that sense, the main course is basically patties, like fried patties of some sort. Now, I did come across recently some vegetables, and that's why I'm able to do this. Now, if I had not have done that, I would have had to delay doing the show until I could. So every time I come across some good stuff, I'll do it. Now, step 1, you have to wash your hands. Step two, you got to get a good cutting surface to cut your materials on that you're going to cook. Now that you now that you got your cutting surface and you're sure that it's clean enough, you have to. Okay, step 1, you've washed your hands. Step 2, you found your clean cutting surface. If your cutting board, whether it be glass, ceramic, or plastic, is not clean, wash it before you use it. But if it is clean, I suggest you go ahead and cut your vegetables. I have a squash right here, and first of all, before I even cut the squash, I gotta wash it. Now hold on a minute, folks. I'm in the washing process. When you're sure that your vegetable is clean enough, set it on your cutting surface and get you a sharp knife and start cutting into round little plate forms like patty forms. You want to make sure that you cut off the tip of the squash head, and then when you get through, just cut it into patty forms after that. Now you need to take and don't put grease in your pan yet. Turn your pan on to high, cause I'm using a little miniature pan, like a egg pan or something. So what you do, you put a little water in it while it's not much water, just a little. And when you do this, you're causing that water that's in the pan to sizzle. So it's like saying you're trying to make the pan sizzle for a while. When that water is so far down, or either when it is gone, then if the water is so far down, then you can take it out. But if the water is gone already, then you can just replace it with grease and then start cooking your vegetables. But get you some flour. It don't matter if it's cornmeal or whatever, as long as it's flour. And I'm using cornmeal flour, so I'll have cornmeal floured fried vegetable patties. Now, okay, hold on here. Now get you a little bowl by a certain size and fill it with water, because you're going to have to use it for the sticking agent for the vegetables, because you got to take the vegetables and stick it in that water so it'll stick, so that the some people use egg, some people use water, but anyway, you need either egg or water to make your vegetables stick. to the batter, or the batter stick to the vegetables. So that we got here. First of all, you need to. First of all, the grease that you're going to use, you need to go ahead and put it in your pan. If it's kind you spray out like Pam, or if it's like a sprayer with grease in it, go ahead and get it in there. Don't put it on the burner that you had just turned on when you was trying to heat up the water. Just take and get I'll get you a pool of grease in there in that little pan, and now take you some of them vegetables, dip it in the cold or warm water. First of all, you need to take some of that flour out, because if you try putting the vegetable or whatever in that flour while the flour is still in the container you store it in, then you'd ruin the flour. So you need to get you like a cup or a bowl or something to put the flour in, so it won't do like that. Let's see. Hold on a minute, folks. I guess get you another one of them containers like you had for the okay, now you take the take you a